Welcome to Driven by Me, and this is tonight we will continue where we left off yesterday. So let's do this. Okay. So today I will finish the year. Okay. Can you hear me well? Let's do this. Oh yeah, everything's wrong right now, but we will get through it. Okay, so I found out yesterday something really cool in the French live stream, and it is that we can use the edge flow we set up to correct the edge flow. So let's say I pick this line, Control Shift F. I think I need more than just that. Let's pick like this, or rather let's pick like this, and then Control Shift F, and you see it mess it up, but you understand the principle. So what I've done is that I make them equals there. So I will do a test for you to show you what I mean. So let's start by removing one line there. So now you will see what I mean by that. Forgot to say hi in the chat. Hi everyone in the chat. F in the chat. So now you will understand what I mean by this. But can I do like a loop but in this direction? Yes, like that. And now can I merge at center? It will center them all, which is not what I'm looking for. High distance. Now I can. Oops. I don't like my new keyboard. It doesn't. I don't have a feeling of what I'm typing. Like it should have little bumps on the key, so I know when I'm at the backspace. Oh, it's starting to, but it's too much, and you see this is not enough. Now it doesn't work well. Do I have another? Do I have another merge? Merge at cursor? Wow. Oh, okay, 3D cursor. Collapses. Oh! Wow, I want this one. I want this one. I want to replace this one. Shift X. Oops. Remove shortcut. Wow, this is way better. Wow. Okay, so let's try again. This was Control Alt. Control Alt will make you jump that way. Now Shift X. Yes. Now you see there's a gap. And with the edge flow we can shift them both and even the edge the other side, and then we can do Control Shift F and it will separate them equally while keeping the flow. So we could select them all and do this, but I will not right away do that. But that will be very helpful to correct this topology. So this one needs to be closed because it's a square, but I think it makes there's two edges there. So there's, yeah, that little guy over here. Okay. So what we could do is control like that. I'll just go pick the edges. Control Alt Control Shift X. And yes, it's going to be fast now. So this would be a face, and there's a little guy alone here. We'll add it for now to Shift F. Let's solve this. Oh, don't forget the daily iteration. We are soon near 1 gig. So now this would be one of those going away. Shift X. Shift your X. Shift X. F. Now it's solved. We need to solve other thing. Okay. So I want them to be Alt Shift will do the job. Alt Shift all of them. Okay, let's do a control. You see? How cool is this? We just have this issue, we will correct it. Eventually this would need to go like more down, down, down. Control R there. What is going to do? Maybe it can help. It's getting worse there. It's a bit inside. I will pop it out eventually. It's too much going inside the head. But the flow is better. We could do a GG. JJ Abrams. And then pop this out. And then pop it out. Control to select multiple. I feel that this needs some pop tarts popping out. Sometimes the edge flow will not be perfect. I think I've seen it with you. It wasn't always perfect. JJ. JJ. How does it look? I think, oh damn, you see the GG, what it has done here? This is wrong. This is really bad, JJ. I think it's the edge flow, not the JJ. Yeah, edge flow that has done this. We could do like a fast way to correct this is to select this one and delete it. These all wedges and select this one and these all wedges. Oh, they are all into one chunk. Let's do another. So this one would need to go with higher, like this. JJ worked well for that. JJ. Now next. GJ. I think we could also even like do this. Oops, I always forget. It's control. Whoa. That's the soft selection. Control. Okay. What is this? Whoa. What's going on there? I think I will have to do it manually a bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, for now I could like this messing up would need some I think it was, yes, it's this one. I put Control Shift on this one. It's the vertex Shift S. I added my own shortcut. So to grow the selection it's Control plus, or to reduce it's Control minus. Okay. They're very messed up. So as you can see, it's dangerous. But if you always able to go back into your previous iteration or correct it. I think it's not that bad. I can. When you are a beginner, it might be like, oh no, but the act of having some issue like that and not being afraid to correct it, it can be a learning experience. Like you're not afraid of losing something and redoing it better. It's always better to redo better. Sometimes, not always. And that's what I will probably do for the topology there. Is YouTube working? Yes. YouTube chat is always slower. Okay. Can I add some topology there without going crazy? Oh, it goes in the chin, the mouth, and the nose. Okay, so what I could do is delete those two faces where it went into, whoops, X faces, and then do it without their consent, like this. This is not beautiful, but I will correct it eventually. This is a special case for our Ctrl+Shift+F, but it still want to. It has a tendency to want to bring that in. I think because it misses some of the other circles around, like this. Let's try. Yeah, it still want to go inside. I think it's because of the ear shape, or yeah, it might be trying to follow this flow, the flow of this one. So if that's the case, then I will only select it does for this one, yeah. So what I will do is only select like this and like this, no, like this and 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 like this, and do control. No, it's not. It's worse. It's getting worse. Yeah, what if I do this? Yeah, still it wants to enter into the dragon. Is it because of the swan going up? I think we tried and it was still wanting to go in, but it's we could like remove the soft selection, popping out. Now we lose some. You need to be aware that it will break some other parts, so what we could do is just select from there to there. Yes. This line is a bit separated from the others. always forget they should have done the reverse between shift and control. Blender. It's not friendly, user friendly. Flender Uzi. Flender Uzi. I still. In my head, when I want to jump over something, I want to control. When I want to follow a line, I want to shift, but it's the opposite in Blender. Don't know why I did this. Because when you select many folder in Windows, you press shift. Why haven't they done this? It's confusing. Now we lose some of the... There we will need to adjust accordingly. But let's not do this too much because we need to remove some... I think, maybe. So this one is not useful. Good. I can end it there. Enter. We might need a skin wrap. Let's see how edge flow will act with this one. If I do this there. Yeah. And now there. Okay. And if I do it there. Okay. Okay. Let's see how it comes out. Yeah, it's the definition is too weird. I lost a lot by doing this. I will remember. This will be remembered. Maybe I can go back to monkey. Oh, collapse does not work. Always when they are not linked by an edge. That's not grabbable. I need to remove some definition there. Will the collapse destroy the universe? No. What was it? Wow. Maybe not this one. Wow, this one will destroy the universe. Not so much. It's even almost cool. Except the 20 years. I will redo my bevel. My bevels. It's a lot of lost jobs, but that's not fine. We will make it better anyway. Yeah, no. Oh, it's not that bad. Wow. I think I will keep this one. It's either this one or the other. We lose a lot of what we started. What can we do? What we could do is go back. Yes, I like stupid monkeys. And this can happen, and you need to not be afraid. It really can happen. Let's go back where it was fine-ish. Oh, there is no fine-ish version. Yeah, that's a lot of parts. Let's go back to not saving this, and I will go into use the reason why we do iteration. So I think the 47 might be fine. Let's see. No, not even. Let's go from 41 and going up from there. Okay, this one was the boop. 41, 42. This is almost good. 43. 44. This is after the bevel and everything, so this one is good. The only thing is the definition of the ears compared to the definition of the face. And what's that? What I was going for? So let's take this one at 0.045, like 0.50 underscore 0.44, just so we know where it came from. So this is why we do iterations. We have the choice. They are a complete workflow like that, and that's why things like GitHub exist in coding. You can even use GitHub with instead of saving like that, but it would be like a waste of time. But some people use GitHub with art, but I would say you can save time by just doing iteration like that. So let's try again, but now we won't touch most of the topology. I will try to dissolve edge. Now we need to split, and to split is all right click, separate selection. Now we go into this mode, add the multi-res, remove everything, delete higher, check if higher is deleted, yes, subdivide, apply, and then we are good to go. We need to merge them together, shift click, right click, join. Go back to modeling, and now we are good to go. So we need, instead of doing what we have done before, we would delete this face, we will add a skin wrap. That will help a lot. Modifier, skin scroller wrap, and then we will pick the bust rhyme above the famous bust rhyme there on surface. We are good to go. Modeling. And yes, now it does this weird thing. We need to go to the there. Bust the. Okay, now we will bust this rhyme. We could activate the nipple X-ray. It look more vibrant. Extrude the face. Extrude the face. So I will try to talk like, I don't remember how to do the Morgan Freeman accent. Morgan Freeman accent. People prefer when I talk like peppermint farm. Yeesh, what is this? Ooh, brother. What's this, brother? Ooh. What's this, brother? I think it's the wrapping rope on surface, above surface. What is this? What's this, brother? Ooh. What's this? Ooh. Wow. It doesn't want to go where I want it to go. It doesn't want to go where I want it to go. Why do you not want to go where I want you to go? Because it sticks to the surface like little kids on a pizza, a pepperoni pizza. Come on. Ding dong. Ding. When I tried sometime to learn other languages, but like with Duolingo, there are no good way. There are no like apps I think should be used. I think the best way to learn language is to be immersed completely and not able to speak other languages. But when I meet some people, I have the habits. If they are not French or English, I have the habit of asking how to say like hello and thank you. And then I had a Chinese guy in my last class, but I already knew some Chinese, like ni hao and the basic stuff I learned on with Duolingo. Ni hao. I know there's like if I remember well, there's a many question with ma at the end in Chinese. Shen ma, ma. I don't remember the sentence, but that's Duolingo. You end up forgetting. But if you live like 3 months in a country, you will not forget. You might less likely forget. What other language? There was a Moldavian guy in my 3D course, and Spasibo, but I think it was thank you, I don't remember. Spasibo. It was Russian. Moldavian speak Russian. Spasibo. Spasibo. Thank you, yeah, it's thank you. Spasibo. There was yeah, thank you. Spasibo. I learned many language with Duolingo, but I always forget. There was a Brazilian guy too, and what I learned from him was Obrigado. I think it's some kind of salutation. Obrigado. Obrigado. Portuguese. No, obrigado. Obrigado, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I was stuck with thank you. Maybe because we worked in teams, so I always, at the end of the teamwork, I always ask, how do we say thank you in your language? So I tell them, I say to them, thank you for the teamwork. In Chinese is, why do I have to thank? No. Thank you. It say. I think Chinese. What was hi in Portuguese? It was. Yeah. It's been a long time ago. It was like 2016. Oi, hello, hola, good morning, bom dia, it's almost like in French, bonjour, bon dia. And yeah, it sounds like in English day. Yeah, day, jour, giorno, buongiorno, I think it's Italian which says buongiorno. Good morning in Italian. Buongiorno. This is really like in French. Bonjour. It's the same etymology. It probably come from Latin. No, the English has some. Don't know if it come from the Greek, but probably because, like the word daughter, there's a similar word in Greek etymology. Oh, etymologio. Germanic, Dutch, doctor. But there is a similar word. It just means a different thing in Greek, ancient Greek. Why does it say it's not ancient Greek? Daughter. Ancient Greek daughter is tugater, which is the feminine noun. It's just it can mean a family member, female slave. It can mean a daughter, but it can mean a woman, a young woman from the same family, which can be misleading when you read like old Greek Bible. I'm not a Christian at all. In my country we are mostly like atheist and spiritual, so we lost touch with religion like in the 50s because of the government. which forced people to, with the church, to do many things. And we call it in the 50s the Tranquil Revolution, which was one of the only revolution that was really tranquil, that was really not allowed. It was just a rejection of the church and the government incentive to make people have children. What is going on there? Is it because of the X-ray? I think yes. This thing there. I think it's the X-ray. I hope it's not broken. Let's deactivate it. Ah, no, it seems broken some way. What happened? I think it might be Let's smooth this. I think I lost my collapse things with it. What's wrong with this? The dog is angry. It's like the hole I had is broken. Oh, it cannot handle the hole because I have skin wrapped. Damn it. Can I deactivate? Yeah, it will return back, but okay, it will save it. So we could use skin wrap a bit. Where is it? It makes me move this part there. I want my skin wrap back. Doesn't want. Okay, it's there. Yeah. I will remove the skin wrap instead of applying it later on. So I will take a break. I need a little break. So wait for me, I come back. Togader, Togder in Greek, ancient Greek. So when you read like this was the daughter of such and such in the New Testament, it can mean many things. It can mean it's a female member of her family, a young female member, like Salome with Herodiad. What is her name in English? Herodiad. Herodias. Yeah, the tree Mariam. There's something really weird that I found out with. That's why I like. Oh yes, it's Herodias. Herodias, the wife of Herod Antipater. Herod. Yeah, it says like the daughter of Salome. Was a daughter from the marriage, but daughter means, when we look at the word in Greek that they use to say that sentence, it means a female member of the family. It doesn't say it's her daughter. And the Josephus, there is many Salome, like it could be many people. It's a popular name. So people, if you think it's her daughter that they talk about in the New Testament, it's give her like a 12 years old daughter if you check the dates. So it doesn't really work well with her dancing for or it was there like pedophilia, but it was not some. We didn't have the same view on it as we do now. But it can mean a female family member. It could be like a cousin of Herodias. And yes, there are the three Mariam in the Bible, but in history there are Mariam 3, and it means there are Mariam 1 and 2. And this, I think it's historian they named them with number, I'm not sure. Or it was back in that day they name it. So there are many women called Mariam, and at that time it was a popular name. And Mary Magdalene, and there are 3 Marys in the history of in the New Testament. And there was Herod before Herod. There was Herod the Great, who is the one who kills the children in the New Testament, which was something that was not collaborated with historical fact. No one else mentioned it in history, apart of the New Testament. But this guy, Herod the Great, was like an horrible guy. Well, but horrible. He was not. He was assassinated. He was not liked, and he did horrible things. And he had a wife, Marianne, and some people say maybe this wife, he killed her, and maybe the name Mariam is popular because of this, because he killed her, and she was like remembered, and everyone started naming their girls Mariam because of her. It's a theory, it's not a fact. Like historian might have theorized that this could have happened. That's why we find a lot of Mariam after that, but it could be wrong. I don't know. But they made the tower. Herod made the tower in the name of his wife that he killed. And Mary Magdalene means Mary the tower. And there are 3 Marys in the Bible. Like the Mariam in the family, Herodian family. 3 Mariam. So I think there might be like some kind of anti-Herodian propaganda around the New Testament. Especially if you look at the oh, my shift X is not working. It was merge. Oh yeah, it's now collapsed. I will maybe at center I could Control Shift S. Yeah, like that. So let's keep going. Yes, that's. I think there was like there was some kind of propaganda in the Herodian, like internal fights in the Herodian family, because Mary Magdalene is like one of the it seems she bring money to the disciples and Jesus. She's like, that's in some part of the story, she seems to be like managing with money the whole team. And John the Baptist, he says, he's talking about 2 factions. There are more than 2 factions, 2 sects. He's confronting 2 sects, and there are more than 2 sects. It is confronting the Pharisee and the Sadducean. They are 2 of the main sects, and he seems to come from the Essenian, but he doesn't mention Essenians at all. The act of baptism was more Essenian than Pharisee or Sadducean. His father was a Sadducean, the father of John the Baptist. If we look at it, people were doing the temple arrangement and temple work were Sadducean mostly, if not all of them. And his father was working at the church. He was a church worker. He was a Kohen priest. In the story, they need John the Baptist to be a Kohen priest in order to consecrate a king. In this case was Jesus Christ. So they need John the Baptist to be a Kohen priest. But it seems to be useless. Like they could remove, but not useless in the story, but useless to modern Christian, because they don't need John the Baptist. They say Jesus is God. Jesus would need John the Baptist, but if you read the Bible, they need John the Baptist is the possessor of the Holy Spirit. If you read well, when he's get born, Jesus is created by the Holy Spirit, but John the Baptist has the Holy Spirit, and when he does the baptism, he gives this Holy Spirit to Jesus, and Jesus leaves. And you read in many, like in John, that Jesus leaves John with the full of the Spirit, meaning that John gives the Spirit to Jesus. So when you listen to modern Christian, it seems like Jesus could go without John the Baptist. Jesus is God and etc. But if you read the book, it's John is almost like indispensable. He's like the main brain of the whole thing. Like it's when Jesus start doing his ministry, Herod says, "What is this? Is this John the Baptist raising from the grave?" And that's what the story is about. This story is about John the Baptist raising back as a vengeance like character, because Herod killed him, and now he's back. And if you were there, it's like if you imagine yourself writing the story, it is as if it says you didn't kill John, like he lived through Jesus. His vengeance came through Jesus. And there are many other things like that, like at the end they ask Jesus why didn't you show yourself to the world? Why do you show yourself to us but not to the world? As if there was something he was hidden, as if he was like John the Baptist, hidden and not showing himself to the world. And it falls into the same and what Richard what is his last name? Richard is Richard, yes, there. Richard Carrier. His theories, he's an expert in the Bible, not a Christian. And his theory is that Christianity, early Christianity, resemble a lot to the phenomenon of mystical religion that was going on at that time. And mystical religion was a popular thing during that era, where mystery religion was a religion where it became popular to make a religion that had a secret and that only the member knew. And sentences like that in the Bible, like why didn't you show yourself to the world, to us but not to the world, is some kind of helping the Richard Carrier theory about the mystery religion, that they have the disciple as a secret that the outer world doesn't have, like in all the mystery religion that was at that time. And I think that this secret they had is that Jesus was John the Baptist, and he was not that he was not decapitated by Herod. They might be Herod might have been involved in faking the dead and acting as if, or he could have been played. I don't know. It's not possible to know, except without physical evidence. It seems that that many stuff there is broken. Yeah, that's the I want to touch this. It's the skin wrap. Yeah. Give me back my skin wrap, please. Yes. Doggy is angry. And there is many other things in the Bible that show that there is some kind of things about John the Baptist, like when the transfiguration on the scene of the transfiguration, how it ends up as Jesus saying to the disciple that John the Baptist come first and he will be treated badly by the people. And this is weird because it's as if he's talking about Jesus, but he says John the Baptist. It's as if he's saying what he's saying about himself on being crucified, but he's telling that it's John the Baptist who will be treated badly by the people, but they will do whatever they want. So this is what they say. Yeah, what Jesus said, but this is not what happened what is shared is that John the Baptist in the New Testament gets its head cut off, but he's not badly treated by the people. It seems that he says that he will suffer the crucifixion with the humiliation of it, instead of just getting his head cut off. And other thing is that every time that Jesus speak about John the Baptist, he's not every time, not most of the time, like 3 times he's talking about him to the public, and then before that he's talking about a parable with the Father, as if he links John the Baptist to the Father. Every time he's saying, like, the 2 sons, the parable of the 2 sons, for instance. He says the father has 2 sons, and one is saying that he will do the job and go away and doesn't do the job, and the other son say he won't do the job but goes away and do the job. And then he says to the Pharisee, John the Baptist came, and as if John the Baptist was the father, and then he says, you act as priest that would do the job. He implies this to the Pharisee, but you go away and you don't do the job. And he says, like, the tax collector and the prostitute says that they are not religious, but they eventually will do the job as the scriptures say. And then it's as if he compares the bad people with the priest, as if they were the 2 children of the father, and compare the father to John the Baptist, and every time is as if the father was John. And at the end, when at the Last Supper he says, like, everything I say it comes from the Father, as if there was a character playing Jesus who's saying things that John the Baptist tell him to say. And there's many things. I could write a book about it. There are so many things that I accumulated many things over the years about the subject, but I think people might not be ready to this. They are too not problematic. They are too shaken already. They are still in fighting mode, fighting with the words, defending points, and it will only add oil to the fire instead of calming. So I stopped talking about writing about this on Facebook because of that. I thought it was people are not ready. They are too much into fighting mode. And talking about adding oil to the fire, we say like the Christ mean the anointed one with oil, but Jesus wasn't anointed by the Cohen priests, which was John the Baptist, because the practice of making a Jewish king is to anoint the king, the becoming king, with oil from a Cohen priest. But John the Baptist didn't anoint him with oil, he anointed him with water, which is symbolic, a huge symbolic to say that it was some kind of fake way to add to the grudge, because there was a practice in antiquity made by the lower class people, and it was to select. This was mentioned by a Greek Jew in Alexandria. He's called Philip, I think, something like son. Yeah, he's the first one talking about the Logos before the Bible talk about the Logos. Alexandria, Philo of Alexandria is the first one. I think John, the book of John, got inspired by him for the Logos, because Philo didn't know about Jesus and the way Logos is used in John, and he's talking about the Logos in the Old Testament without the knowledge of Jesus. And then it's the expert says maybe that's why John, the book of John, is talking about the Logos. He got inspired by Philo of Alexandria, and this guy mentioned a practice he saw, which was people rioting against the ruler of a ruler in Alexandria, and he saw this, I think, in Jerusalem too. I'm not sure. And the practice was to use sick person, like let's say deformed guy, and to clothe him as a king, and to beat him up. Like they would take a guy who had like intellect defect, and they would make a fake crown on his head and beat him up. And it seems to be, it could be that was what they were doing with Jesus. They make a fake king and they beat him up to say that even though you are rich and everything, we are the population, we are the people, and we decide. And that was a symbol, like maybe for Herod. Maybe that's the internal fight there was in the Herodian family too, because they had a lot of power and they killed their wife, and they killed whatever anyone they want. And the people was like, no, we have the power. And and there are many mention about Jesus being deformed, and people like saying heal yourself, and other early Christian talking about is the appearance of Jesus being not really good looking, and that add up to the idea that they pick a intellectual defect guy, person with or deformed guy, and use it, and this guy clothed him as a king and beat him up. So that's another point, another thing, another aspect that very few people talk about. Very few. I think I'm like, the people who would talk about this would be expert in books that no one will read except other expert in Christianity. You wouldn't hear that from anti-Christian, or from atheist anti-Christian, or from Christian themselves. It's because they are too caught up in the main lines of contentions that they have, because there's the apologist and the mysticist, which argue one against each other. Apologists would be like the Christian that has many question already answered, like anything that doubting person would go through, they have answers. Any question, they have listed them and put answers. And you have the mysticists, who are like Richard Carrier and people who say, but Richard Carrier is not one, I think, but is closer to them in the way that the mysticists would say, like, Jesus wasn't crucified, it was a mystic, it was like something else. Let's search for the definition. Mysticism: a belief that union with or absorb into the deity, brief characters of self. No, it's not that. No, it's not. It's not mysticism. It's mysticist. A mystic. No, it's not that. It's more the belief about. It's not mysticism. It's Christian mysticism. It's the mystical theory with Christian which concern the free person. No, it's not that. I'm losing the definition. Mysticism. I don't remember. Anyway. This is not very elegant. I think I will remove it. Oops. Oops. I will select the other side. I don't have a mirror. The mirror got lost in translation. Oh, the mirror is double-sided. What? Oh, I don't know what I did, but it's double-sided now. Meaning I can select the other side. Where is it? The little doggy is angry at doggos outside the door. Doesn't like big doggos. I don't want the back to be selectable. What's wrong with you? Don't want the back to be selectable. Yeah, it's not that. I don't want the back to be selectable. Yes, like this. Like this. The dog is not happy with the big doggos. He's not happy again because of the doggos. The big doggos. Like this, with the skin wrap I cannot do much. I will wait until I finished. What else I can say about the Old Testament and the New Testament? Few people know that at the time of Jesus, there was one. tenth of people in the Roman Empire was Jewish, Judean, was of Judean origin. I think it's 1/10. Except if I'm wrong, I'm mixing it up with slaves. What percentage of Roman citizens were of Judean origin and origin in the time of Jesus? In the time of Jesus, what approximative percentage of Roman citizens were? And that's one of the reasons why they translated the Old Testament into the Septuagint, because there was so many Jewish Roman of Judean origin having lost their mother tongue, so they translated the Old Testament into the Septuagint. And there was like riots in Alexandria not far after Jesus about against the Jew taking over the control over Alexandria, and the anti-Jewish sentiment was already there 2,000 years before the Nazis. Like the fear of the control Jewish people have over the population was already like the paranoia was already there, because they are really good at managing their finances. They are taught by their culture to be good with money, so they end up being in leading role often. If you look at like the statistic about IQ, they are up there with the Chinese, Asian people, and Nobel Prizes. Most of the Nobel Prize winner are Jewish. And so on. What else can I say about this era? Can go back to Iron Age too, with Moses. And who could have been Moses? I think it could have been Amen Moshe. He was a rebel, a guy who had authority in Egypt, and then was part of a revolt against the rulers, similar to Moses. Amen Moshe. It's written Moshe. Amen. And it fits the era according to some people. It's this guy. Looks like Yoda. 12,000 BC. Some people says no, it's not the right date. Some people says yes, it's the right date. and there's an author who's making the link with Moses. It's called Rolf Krauss. He's called Rolf Krauss, and he says it fits with Moses. And there's a good. He signed up his document with only the first part of his, the last part of his name. Amun is the god. Amun is like a children of Amun. Amun children or descendant, and this is pronounced Moshe in Egyptian, and Moshe in Hebrew is how they pronounce Moses. So he signed up this document as Moshe, just like he would if he would been called Moses and Moshe in Hebrew. And you can find a lot about it by World History by Jew. It's a channel that was short-lived but still there, and there's a special one maybe it's this one. Yeah, and it shows that the date, if you follow this date theory, because there are many theory of the date, there are other guy who fits the role, but he's showing that it fits the date. He's talking about Amun Moshe, I think, in there. This would be Ramses, his half brother, Egyptian half brother. Is the Amun Moshe in there? I think he's talking about there at the end, and he's talking that he signs this document Moshe. And there's many things fitting in the character, the history, the rebellion, and everything else. There are other candidates, but I think this one is good, good fit. Of course, it doesn't prove any. There are many things that could have been inserted in the story, like the parting of the sea, because there are other Egyptian myths, and they are an activity that in history that we call religious syncretism, which was an act of merging myths to appease two or more than two opposing population in a group. So you would like mix the religion of them, so they to make one, and it occurs with all religion. Christian, they were, as I said, John the Baptist talked about the sects, the two sects that was fighting each other, the Pharisee and the Sadducean, and they probably, it was the Christian was probably some kind of religious syncretism with many things, later on adding the hell from the Germans and many things that are not in the Bible that was added by the church later on as a syncretism to appeal to the pagan tribes. And you can see this religious syncretism in Islam before what's that? Before the Islamic intervention or creation of the follow-up of Muhammad. There was the Kaaba had like 1,000 of gods in there, and after the conversion there was just Allah, and all the people now were into one religion. So all religion is an act of religious syncretism, which is served to remove the tension between groups by giving them a mix of their belief into one. And Roman were very good at this with many characters like Hermanubis, which was there was many religious syncretism like this. It's the Greek god Hermes mixed with Anubis, so they mix the Greek god with the Egyptian god for the mix of population that was into a specific location. So people now worship the same. There always is then less conflict between the groups, and this is what religion did, and that's why you would look at the story of Amun Moshe, and you wouldn't find everything about Moshe, but some parts, because many parts would be the result of later syncretism from other activities, other things, other nations, other generation intervening for the peace of their community. What else I can tell you about? I like people don't talk much about often about Muslim and Islam, and the fear of taking them up or anything. Or they just don't want to learn about it because they don't like some aspect of it. But what I've learned from the agnostic side, expert, and so on, I would say mostly a lot of what I learned, I think might be true, might not. It's from Odon Lafontaine. He does something in English too. Odon Lafontaine. He's do mostly in French, but there's his interview in English, and he says like he retraced the pre-Quranic texts, which were into paper and skin, mostly skin things, or back in erased in the back of some papers and other things like that. And other things like one of the most surprising thing that people don't talk about would be what was going on during the Crusade. And we have some texts up from how do we say in English? Les croisés en français. Les croisés. The Crusader. We have some text from the Crusader, French Crusader, and they talk about when they arrive in Jerusalem, what they see. And they see the Saracen, which were the early Islamic groups in Jerusalem in the time of Muhammad. And they say they have built a temple, like a fake temple in the place where the old temple was before the destruction from Titus. And they say they are building a fake temple like in wood and trash they find around. No trash wood, like wood, maybe probably trees and stuff like that. And this is, and what Odin says, he says maybe he's theorizing that, but he's not the only one. I think he has some other guys theorizing the same thing, that Mohammed was bringing people, trying to find people to go in Jerusalem and build the temple, but he has no proof. Odin has no textual proof about that, except from those texts where the French Crusader are saying they're building a temple there. We don't know why, what's going on. The Saracens are trying to make try to do the Jewish prophecy, and the Jewish prophecy was that when the temple would be built, the Messiah would come, and that's why Odin say Muhammad was maybe doing that, maybe trying to gather around people to build the third temple. And that would be very weird, in the sense that it would look like a stigma from now today, where where the hate from between Jewish and Islam started, where that maybe they forgot about, and that the Jewish made them go build a temple, and nothing happened, and that's why now people from Islam are there and don't want Jewish people to build a temple anymore. But they don't remember why, or they know, but it's a secret. That's just like speculation. It's interesting to think about. And also, if you look at the genetics of Palestinians, they are Jewish people. There is misconception about the exodus, the diaspora. We think history says like the diaspora from is the Roman diaspora that took place when the temple was destroyed. It says that the Roman moved the Jewish people away, like a second exodus. And when we look at the DNA samples we have, it shows that most of the Jewish people stayed. Some went away, but not all. And the Jewish people we have today that are in America or other country are from many waves of migration. That some of them are because of the Islamic conquest and not the Roman diaspora. So that's another thing. And when we look at the Palestinian, they share like I think it's 90% of the same ancestry as the Hebrew people. They are just they've just been conquered, invaded by Islam and Islamic rules, and they are just Jewish people who were invaded. Genetically, they are really the same, almost the same people, which is some kind of horrible that they end up fighting that much, being the same, sharing the same ancestry, the same genetics almost. And it's easy to confirm. You just have to search Palestinian and Jewish genetics. They're all over the place. They're all there. You can become a genetician and try to disprove it if you don't like this fact, but the fact will speak for yourself. And they are not. They are mostly it's not hard to go into those studies that much. You just need to be passionate. Often people think this is propaganda and scientists can be bought easily. It could be true, but you can become a scientist yourself very, very easily. and see for yourself. You cannot bring information to people and hope that they eat it like sugar. You can only convince yourself. Anyone you would convince are were already convinced, even though they are rejecting something really hard, and you end up convincing them. It means they were already already convinced before your actions, before you did anything. I will leave this for now. I will go back to it later on. I need to correct. I think it might be the skin wrap too. Oh, my skin wrap is not there anymore. I removed this. Getting inside the head, I will correct it later. Alligator. Yeah, I need some definition there because it's two line coming up. So I will delete this face, I will delete this face. I think I will delete this face too. Try with this, because now I'm coming with those little guys there. What else I can say interesting about his story? If you don't know about the sea people, this is one theory that is interesting to look for. It's after at the end of the Iron Age, something occurred that historians are unable to pinpoint. They call the sea people the collapse of the Iron Age, the Bronze Age collapse. Not the Iron Age. It's the end of the Bronze Age, but not the Iron Age. Bronze Age collapse. The sea people. Look for this. It's the historian, they don't know what yeah, the skin wrap doesn't work. Oh no. Oh, we need to, yeah, it doesn't work. it doesn't work if I don't apply it, and it will create this horrible shit there. I don't need it. I will try to do it by hand. So yeah, the Bronze Age collapse is they see in the records that some people are attacking here and there, like Egyptian records say, oh, we are being attacked by people from the sea, and it doesn't mention who. They don't know who is the sea people. And then historian like theorized that there could have been like a coup, global coup. It could have been like there's people from the north going down and pillaging everything, and it became like a dark age after that, like the dark age that gave birth to similar to the dark age in medieval that gave birth to Arthur, King Arthur. The Bronze Age collapse gave birth to a story like Moses. The same way, it's the dark age where people lost ability to teach languages, and they became illiterate. So there are a period which are propice to myths and legend, because people don't write it down, they only spread them by the word of mouth. So there's a lot of myth creating in those dark ages, and then they think that maybe they don't know who were the sea people, but I guess by looking at it from different angles and different aspect of it, I think it was like a coup by the marine commerce, because there was near below Greece, between like in the Mediterranean Sea, below Greece and between Middle East and the Greek, in the water there was a little island with a lot of boats. It was like a center of commerce, and they think that it might have some link to the sea people there, if I remember that well. And I think that the people who, because the network of commerce that was led by the marine commerce, the routes, the commerce route, the spice routes between the on water and boat became so powerful at that time that they thought to themselves, we will take control of everything, we can attack everyone together and take control. Let's take the money and run. And this is what I think could have happened, and it falls into the around the time of Moses, like 1200 BC. It could have happened at the time. It seems that some people in the surrounding of Moses, like in the tribes of I don't remember, I think it's tribe of Dan, they could have been Greek, because they were very good at gold working, and they found out that the guy, the one who are against again David Goliath, even though it's way before Moses. They are the Philistines. They find out Philistines have similar art, pottery art. They think Philistines might be have put some settlement near in Jerusalem, not in Jerusalem, but in Judea. They find like settlement. They think it might be a Philistine settlement, and they have similar skills, art, pottery. Not the same pottery, but very similar pottery to the Greek at that time. And they are linked. They were very good at gold melting, gold smithing, just like the tribe of Dan. So it could have been like a big coup, big coup around the Mediterranean peoples that could have reached Moses and everything around that. This is the sea people. It's very interesting subject. The sea people. It's a bit sad. I cannot. I think I will unstitch the ear again, so I can do a skin wrap, and that would be almost this for today. Are you kidding me? 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 There is so other interesting story is Göbekli Tepe, which is one of the oldest settlements found, which it's in rock carving settlement, and I would say, like, it's probably the case that there was many more settlement before that, but it was in wood, and wood disintegrated, and maybe they were not good to they reuse the wood, and we don't find a lot of basement, but there are basement made of wood, some basement made of mammoth bones you found here and there. But Göbekli Tepe is one of the weird thing in history that came. Oh no, I cannot use this. Came and redefined. Cannot use it because of the eyelid. Sad. I can use it if I cut again. Let's cut it then. So Göbekli Tepe. There are other old settlements around that time. I don't. Katoloyuk, something like that. Katoloyuk. Old cities like yeah, there is one that is still in the Bible, a very old city, oldest city in the world. Damascus? No, not this one. Yeah. It's not continuously inhabited. Jericho. Katoloyuk. Yeah, Jericho is very, very old. It's almost as old as Göbekli Tepe. Katoloyuk. Damascus. Okay. Yeah, it's getting late. Need to add the skin wrapper. Tummy knockers. Oops, I broke. It crashed. I think I will go everything. I didn't save. So thank you for watching. I didn't save. I will redo this next episode. Let's see the damages. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Let's do this again. Now I will take just before going away, because now I'm tired. Just before going away. Like this. Like this. Oops. Like this. This and this and this and this. This and this and this, and right click and separate, and then we are good to go. I don't want some skin wrapper, tummy knockers on there. The skin wrap will be only on this one, and I go control save, and that would be this for today. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow. Ciao.